Hi, I'm Thomas. We're on the outskirts of Beijing, and $1 million worth of pigeons just flew over my head on their way back home.
Like most rational humans, we consider pigeons vermin. Flying bird shit dispensers who spread disease and antipathy wherever they fucking land.
Here in China, they take a slightly more progressive view of the pigeon. 20 years ago, it was sort of a poor man's delicacy, but now with the new Chinese economy, it's become a rich man's plaything. Instead of spending their money on wine and cars, Beijing's new billionaires are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on racing pigeons.
The same flying rats we kick in New York have been turned into luxury goods, with pigeons auctioning for up to $330,000 per bird, which has turned pigeon racing from an old man's hobby into, if not the sport of kings, at least the sport of China's young princelings.
Billy from Vice China is going to help us guide our way through the sort of ritzy underworld that is Chinese pigeon racing.
We're at the Pioneer Pigeon Club. It's basically a fancy country club for people who race pigeons. These are the guys who are racing pigeons. Behind us, they are all really well-moneyed Chinese kind of like nouveau elite.
If China's upper crust looks a little, well, murdery, it's for good reason. There really isn't an old money here, considering they just started capitalism 30 years ago. Everybody who's rich now got rich on their own, and often through less than savory enterprises.
So the way the race works is all the pigeon owners bring their pigeons here. They buy an anklet for it. That costs 5,000 kwai, which is like a little under 1,000 American dollars. And they take all the pigeons, load them up on that truck there. The truck drives away the fuck out of town. And then the first one home wins.
Once they get to the launch site, the pigeons are released en masse and use their homing instincts to fly back to their individual roosts. Since the distance varies from roost to roost, the winner of the race isn't the first bird to land, but the one who maintains the fastest average speed in flight. This is tabulated by whoever is putting on the race, behind closed doors, then announced via the web and mass text. Which makes pigeon racing not only a horrible sport to watch, but also an extremely easy sport to fix.
So the truck is just about loaded. I think there's 2 more trays that are gonna go in there. And then this whole thing gets covered, so it's nighttime for birdies. And then we go launch them. This is the new money. This is the thoroughbred racing of China. Dirt birds. Hi, Mr. Boken.
你好。
你好.
你好。
It's good to meet you.
The man to beat this year is Mr. Boken, who despite getting into the sport 2 years ago has already won multiple championships and owns one of the most expensive flocks in China, as well as his own racing association.
跟我一起看看我那个赛鸽。
He also has 2 professional trainers who look like the nunchuck guy from Double Dragon. They care for his birds and chauffeur them to the races in their own car.
Do you have a favorite out of all these? He's gonna pull it out?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where he read shotgun.
Yeah.
这羽
That's the one.
对，这羽是我那个冠军鸽。
After registration, Mr. Boken invited us over to his modest 10th and 11th floor walk-up to see where he keeps his championship breeding flock.
然后我太太也是为你们那个准备一些纪念的，到中国之行吧，纪念品。这个烟呢，是送给你们几位，
好
啊，
谢谢
做个纪念。啊，邓小平应该是当年这个瓷器呢，也是代表中国一种文化吧。 是我的这个奶奶送给你们摄制组做个纪念，中国之行的纪念吧。
Thank you very much. This is your hospitality and generosity are kind of in surfeit.
这是我的种鸽房。这个鸽子呢，这羽鸽子应该它是自己，这个保的这么一只鸽子啊，它不会卖的这个，因为它呢给我们家赢得荣誉。
They all look gorgeous. They don't look like pigeons almost.
很多人呢，并不是为金钱去战，而是为一些荣誉，包括一些他的兴趣爱好。我给我鸽子养得非常好，我赢得比赛， 我既有荣誉，还有一定的经济回报，我还会记得他。他这种荣誉不是一时的，是长久的。
Are you worried that is anybody worried that the cost of entry to pigeon racing might exclude some people in the future?
那倒不会，我认为我的性格好，我经济条件也达得到，那我参加一些高端赛事，啊，只是性格爱好者呢，也参加一些普通的一些赛事。
Can I ask what kind of company do you run? Like how did you start in business? Thank you. 谢谢。
你呢？
谢谢。
我的企业主要是现在还是以着这种休闲产业为我们的一个发展目标。休闲产业呢，一个是休闲体育产业，现在就是一个是高尔夫。
While modesty, or perhaps the much-repeated honor, kept Mr. Beaucon vague about the source of his riches, he's in essence the very model of a Chinese self-made man. After ascending the ranks of the local Communist Party, he brought a number of lucrative development contracts to his neighborhood, changed his original surname of Hong to the more elegant Beaucon, and set to work building his fiefdom of leisure, which includes the country club I'm currently shagging balls at.
Oh my God. Jeez.
他一看就不像会打的。
We're just riding to a country club now with Chinese ex-gangsters, grandmother's wedding vase. Feel like we might have bit off a little more than we can chew with this pigeon racing.
Mr. Beaucon is what Beijingers call an old brother, which is a friendly sort of honorific like good old boy, but also a loose demonym for the Chinese underworld. Later that day, Mr. Beaucon took us for a multi-course lunch with his wife and business associates at a fancy restaurant featuring one of the largest Lazy Susans I've ever plucked food from off of.
So what's this area called?
他是那个电视台的主持。
美国中央
咱们来，下面拿几杯。啊，欢迎你。
Thank you.
拍这片子有一苍蝇。
Fly swatter.
哦，
这
掉下来了哈。
没有这边了。让他先停一下吧。先让他先停一下。让他先停一下。
哎，they want to kill the fly, so.
Yeah. Oh,
这放在这儿。
so this fly's lineage must be very impressive.
给我。
This isn't just like an ostentatious display of wealth. This is genuine excess. We just left 3 or 4 full meals on that table, slowly revolving. I feel like a lot of this has been geared towards impressing us and/or intimidating us, and it's kind of working.
Pigeon racing emerged from war, where messenger pigeons have been used for thousands of years on the battlefield to carry vital military communication. The pigeon's homing ability meant that a bird released from hundreds of miles away could find its way home with pinpoint accuracy. As the Army phased out pigeons for new technology like the telegraph and Twitter, pigeon racing took off as a hobby, especially in well-pigeonated areas like Belgium and Scotland. It also caught on in China, at least until Mao banned the sport for promoting capitalistic tendencies, essentially because it was a hotbed for gambling and corruption. However, once China embraced its own capitalistic tendencies in the 80s, pigeon racing was re-legalized and quickly flooded with new money. So much money, in fact, that many European pigeon racers are now complaining that the Chinese are pricing them out of the sport they started. But not every young swift pigeoneer is a rich young princeling. Liu Young has been racing pigeons since he was little. Like Mr. Beaucon, he keeps his breeding flock on his apartment balcony, though it's slightly less nice.
有点脏，就这些东西，我为什么也不清理它？因为我每天会上来先看它们的粪便，如果粪便好，你才知道健不健康。他们很害怕，因为这个房子里从来没来过这么多人，只有我自己进来过。
What's the most expensive bird here?
人民币大概要50万，因为这只鸽子自己10次冠军。 但是以我个人的感觉，成功人他有钱，可能有很好的歌手，但是鸽子只需要一个合理，就是人对它的掌控，还是不一定他们就是最 OK 的。有钱人有更多的钱，我们可能有更多的热情、认真的态度。
I'm about to do something I basically forsworn ever doing, which is touch a pigeon.
No.
Like this. And he's not gonna peck me. I am holding a pigeon that will ever
比
live.
泰森拿的标准。
Yeah? Oh wow. Well, I've got more tender grip.
I'll kiss him. I'll kiss him.
There we go. Whoa, so this is
Yeah, you can hold it.
cool. So this is this bird's trophy.
Yeah.
就是我觉得，鸽子不一定是一个商品，或者荣誉带来。我觉得就好像，比如说咱俩是好朋友，我觉得他也是我的朋友，就是这种感觉，还有这个情感在里面。
Can I ask, do you have a girlfriend?
不会 ，no。
It doesn't matter.
Cool.
Lou's pigeon expertise may not have won him a trophy gal, but his heart and dedication is admirable. The question is, what chance does a balcony racer like him have against Mr. Bokun's $1 million flock? Like, that's the actual question, the one we had. So we went and asked a guy who would know.
Oh, here they are.
Oh my god.
These guys are slightly adorable. I've never seen a pigeon this small.
I just imported his father and mother from Belgium.
Oh, okay.
That's cost me 10,000 US. It doesn't matter how much money pigeon you spend on buy them.
Right.
When you turn them loose, you have no controls. So those genes who make them good performers, you cannot see. You have to test them on the race.
Can you not tell by like how they're shaped, how much they weigh? No,
I didn't
you have
think
no
so.
idea.
I didn't think
It's all
so.
a mystery.
Well, it's lot of series, but I didn't believe anything.
Yeah.
If you can see the champions from outside, the pigeon racing is finished.
Yeah.
Because the richest guy will buy the one who will win the first.
Okay.
So normal people will not enjoy the sport. The millionaires, they import a lot of expensive birds. When the race coming,
Yeah.
you might not see them in the first pages.
So
Small guy, they have bird in the balcony, they might win the race.
it's a real underdog sport then.
Yeah.
I like that.
So as Mr. Bokun and Liu Yang prepare to face off against each other in a race that's being billed as the triple crown of Chinese pigeon racing, it's either man's game. Although Mr. Bokun does have a slight advantage in that he owns the association putting it on, and therefore the machines that tally the results.
你好。
嗨，大哥 Mr. Bokun， 然后我觉得我跟他还不太一样，因为他毕竟是一个成功的人。我可能更多的好像是为了他对鸽子，我觉得不是十分的了解，因为他还有他的教练，还有他的一个管理鸽子的团队。但是大家都会，所有养鸽子的人都会为这个第1名而战斗。
What do you think your chances are against like Mr. Bokun's pigeons and everybody else's?
有一只还可以。
What do you win if your bird comes in first?
10万、50万。
$500,000.
Wow.
但是，我哥哥今年很难，因为最好的鸽子已经在一次训练当中丢失了。
Are you gonna bet anything on the birds here?
会，肯定会，就是感觉最好的一只，我们可能会给它下注。
Good luck. What number is the bird I should bet on here? Which one do you like of yours?
164。
164. Lucky 164. All right. Cool. So should we go gamble? Go
OK。
make some money. Which bird should I bet on again? 164 or
150.
150? Okay. Switching it up. Are we positive? Oh no, that's Mr. Wei. That's Double Dragon. 500 on 150, please. Betting our last 500 kwai on Neil's bird. Better come in first, or else we're gonna be stuck here raising our own pigeons. These are my golden ticket. Guard this with my life. Do you want to kiss it? We should both kiss it. I'll do the other side. God knows what you have.
那肯定是赞助。 对于我来说，每一年所有的赛鸽都是很残酷的，就好像战争一样，总有赢的一面，也有输的一方。但是战争这种东西，它永远会存在，一个道理的。
And so the bird war begins.
So we're now following the pigeon truck out to the launching site, which is 7 hours from here. Mr. Liu generously gave us a box of baijiu, extremely strong liquor to keep us warm tonight, and pig's feet to help soak up the liquor. Oh, I thought we were just gonna eat it separately. I didn't think you were gonna break the foot in half. All right. How's yours? Good?
Yeah.
I'm in a abandoned parking lot, 500 kilometers away from Beijing. The sun has just come up, and in a couple minutes, $1 million worth of racing pigeons are going to shoot out of this van and wing their way back home. My understanding was we were going to be in the middle of a meadow somewhere. They said, oh, we're going to take them out to a field, which in my mind is some sort of Mao scene with mountains and the sun coming up, not like a derelict industrial ground. Oh, and somebody's bird is right there. That one we got nailed on the way out and landed. They just pulled the bird's head out. That's a little rough. It's kind of the they shoot horses, don't they moment. All right, let's get back in our car and see if we can't beat these pigeons home.
Once their pigeons have been released, the race is completely out of the owner's hands. And it isn't just losing they have to worry about. Any number of fates can befall their birds on the way home. They can get attacked by hawks, they can be eaten by dogs, they can just get lost. Scientists aren't even sure how their homing mechanism works, whether it's by smell or sight or the detection of seismic waves, so there's no safeguarding against it simply crapping out. Or they can be captured by pigeon pirates, which we thought was an inside joke until we met this guy. He is a pigeon pirate.
一般鸟都是从南边过来嘛，落这儿，飞过来落这儿，然后看有没有吃的，然后如果有吃了之后，它就会在这儿喝水，它会从这儿，然后喝完水上来再吃点之后，然后是奔北飞，奔北飞就会撞网上，然后这是兜，这是网。也是在这边玩嘛，然后把网弄上之后，下午过来看了嘛，有一只搁在上面挂着就去拿集市上卖嘛就，那个当时我也不懂啊，然后他们说茶有成绩嘛，然后卖了1万，然后他们就说这是比赛的怎么着，然后后来就是就是现在说啊，是一个贩子，他说就是当时他们拿着说这鸽子有成绩，几个人就开始抢，说这最后就是有一说价高的，我说那就卖给他了就。从最开始，你说3、4年前的500块钱就挺贵的了，到现在就觉得平平常常，一直就是鸽子比赛鸽子3、5千了就已经。对，都是其他的都是野生的，只有鸽子，但鸽子也有野鸽子。对，回家自己就吃了。
The only thing pigeon racers hate worse than pirates is the weather. And sure enough, as we made our way back to Beijing, an unexpected blizzard overtook the race course. Liu Young's racers are trained to land at his brother's rustic mountain hideaway on the outskirts of town. But by the time we got there, none of his birds had made it back, and sundown was fast approaching.
Hey guys.
Hey.
你好。你好。How's it going? A little chilly today. And where do the pigeons land when they come in from the race?
我们上楼去看看，在上面。
Upstairs?
因为鸽子回来要落到这个地方，这个地方可以扫描，才会成绩才会出来，证明咱们鸽子回来了。回不了，今天晚上咱这儿暴风雪，大暴雪，好家伙！ 我更珍惜的是这只鸽子它好的品质，即便可能它离开丢掉了，但是我可能永远在脑子里还会记得很清楚，因为它是从很小一直到参加比赛，那我就永远清晰地记住它是什么样子。可是没办法，残酷的比赛。担心鸽子，我对比赛就是比赛已经变得不重要了。
We have 30 minutes.
Until sundown?
Yeah.
What happens at sundown?
他们会找一个就是路途中比较高的地方，他们会栖息下来休息了，就
明天呢？
明天天亮的时候，它会继续起飞，再飞。完蛋了，完蛋了！我觉得希望不大了，已经。
没戏了，这天都黑了。
有实力，确实有实力。
这个偏激，今天让他怕。
So we just heard from Mr. Beauquin that his champion bird got home fastest. So he gets the $1 million and it is now the first Triple Crown winner in pigeon racing.
这羽鸽子呢，就是昨天你们拍摄那个及格场景那个，这个赢得这场比赛呢，应该说是非常偶然，也应该说呢有一定的必然性。就是他付出的辛苦呢非常大，所以我觉得呢，有付出才有真正的回报。
That's a great looking bird.
Yeah.
Much better than the ones in New York.
Back in the hills, the news wasn't all bad.
So apparently 14 of his birds came in as early this morning. It's good for him. Fortunately, none of those birds are number 150, which is bad for me.
第二个27名，现在回到54了，这俩有可能能进去。
昨天晚上我们都想的都比较倒霉，还没想今天还不错。他那个没希望了，150很难，我们也祈祷。
Sorry.
Me too. Yeah.
I gotta get behind you.
咱不是插土地。
Sorry, Thomas.
Did it just land?
No.
All right. Which one was that?
No.
Wait, there's one.
164、150都不能弄。不是鸭脖。
然后今天好像也有点失望，但是没关系，我想这个事情不是1天2天的，明年还是再重来。
So pigeon racing is sort of the ideal sport for China's new bootleg economy. It's a complete shell game. You know, nobody knows when you release the pigeons whose pigeon is going to come in. Nobody really knows how much the pigeons themselves are worth or even how pigeons work. It's all just based on what people are telling you. It's like when you take a bootleg item, you slap a logo on it, and it becomes a luxury good overnight. That's exactly what's happening in the Chinese pigeon racing circuit. You take a $2,000 pigeon and you sell it to a rich guy for $20,000, and it becomes a $20,000 pigeon. In a country where information is limited, where face is everything, where appearance is way more important than reality most of the times, no one's gonna call you out on it. It's great. The bootleg system works. And you can get Pasolini's Salo for $1.